Gonna get started shortly here. So yeah, man, I saw Kyle Rittenhouse got out of jail today. Remember Kyle Rittenhouse? Dude from Wisconsin was shooting up all them dudes, defending himself. Talk shit about Kyle. Little Kyle was just out there defending himself, man. Leave that poor boy alone. Did the same shit you would have done. Except you probably wouldn't have went over there with a gun and did all that. I understand that part. But in any case, anyways, Kyle Rittenhouse, right? I did a video on his whole situation. Hopefully you watched it. Maybe not. Yeah, so he got out on bail. It looks like it says over here, look, let me hop back over here on Twitter real quick. It says here, child star Ricky Schroeder is lashed out against by liberals. Liberals lash out at former child star Ricky Schroeder after he helps bail Kyle Rittenhouse out of jail. Rittenhouse was charged with 2 counts of murder from a protest in Kenosha, Wisconsin, where he shot and killed Black Lives Matter protesters who were attacking him. He has said that he was acting in self-defense. Rittenhouse attorney Lynn Wood posted a photo of his client and publicly thanked Schroeder for helping him meet the bail. And he wrote, "Free at last." So yeah, I'm looking at a photo of him here on Twitter. Go get yourself on Twitter if you're not, man. Kyle Rittenhouse attorney wrote, "Free at last!" exclamation point. The Kyle Rittenhouse, Ricky Schroeder took a picture with him. They got him out of jail, man. That dude was rotting away in jail. He didn't deserve to be in there with his little ass. And we could talk about that, man. I would love to go into it, but you should already know because I made that whole video about it, right? That whole video is explaining how I felt about that situation. Hopefully you watched it, and I won't have to break down that whole situation, how I feel about it, to talk about it again. If you didn't watch it, check me out on YouTube, Medic the Sound God on YouTube. You can see it there. Manuel says he should have never been there. He should have never been in Wisconsin defending that stuff. UES, I don't know. Oh, yes. You say yes, Mike is good. Okay, cool. Thank you. And Twitter's whack. Man. What the hell? Why would you say Twitter's whack? Twitter's whack because of reasons that you wouldn't say. Twitter's whack because it's censoring people. That's why Twitter's whack. The only reason Twitter's whack is because it picks and chooses who it wants to be our leaders and helps sway public opinion by hiding things and putting the spotlight on other things, helping to sway public opinion in one way, right along with the major networks. Twitter is not whack for finding out the information that is there that doesn't get deleted and stuff. Twitter's good for, you don't even know, man. The news gets its information from Twitter now. If you say it's whack, I'd like to know what you know about it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the old dudes. My bad. See what I'm saying? So they're too damn old, right? And these dudes walk up to you with these posts that they see on the internet, and I always have to correct them, even though they're on my side. You know what I'm saying? And they agree with me. I agree with them. I have to correct them all the time, and people always think am I being the asshole? No, I'm just being fair and factual. So a couple weeks ago, old dude walked up to me. He was helping out in my branch. He's not someone I work with all the time, but he walked over to me, and he's all, "Hey man, look at this. Have you seen this? Look at this picture." And it's this meme of the Bill Gates building, whatever that his foundation, he has that huge, I don't know. And the titling of the building where it says the name of it up there, someone photoshopped something about world population, what do you call it? Negation, depopulation, right? There was something about it's that picture. It's a meme. It's not a meme. It's just a picture, and it's someone posted on, and it went viral as hell. And I fell for a minute, and it said like Bill Gates Society, World Depopulation Foundation, or something. And you're like, what the hell? See, but Bill Gates, man, he's doing it. He's trying to He's trying to kill us all. Because it's known Bill Gates is highly for the what's the word I'm trying to look for? Damn, that's why I can't do this stuff live because I just become a loss of words all the time. Bill Gates is known for wanting to depopulate, and someone photoshopped the words on there. And when I first saw it, I fell for it for a second, and all it took was me to scroll down a little bit, read into the comments a little bit, and someone sooner or later posted a real picture of the thing talking about, I was there 3 weeks ago and I took pictures of this building in front of it. I just so happened to look at the real picture of it, and no, that word's not on there, and someone photoshopped it, moved the words around on it. And this dude falls for it, and he thinks Bill Gates is out to try to kill us all. And he probably is. I don't fucking know. I'm not trying to say he is or isn't on that. No matter how we feel about Bill Gates, we can't let ourselves be deceived by misinformation, right? So these dudes fall for that shit so easily. And that's why you have all these, man, I don't even know if the Republican Party is going to last anymore because they're all going to be a bunch of conspiracy theories. I don't know if you know Alex Jones very well or not, but they're all a bunch of Alex Jones followers, dude. I went to this dinner one time last year. I took my family because I met this dude who was a leader of the Arizona Republican Party, and he invited me to go to this big dinner where they were having this Chinese lady come in and do a speech at the Chinese restaurant of all fucking things. Held it at a Chinese restaurant for her ass, but she's this lady that comes into she ran for Congress in Colorado. She escaped communist China. Oh, do I need to speak slower? I forgot. Let me slow the fuck down. It's good that I can get on a roll like that, right? I should be able to just go off. So I went to this dinner, and it's all, of course, dude, it can't go to a Republican thing. It's all old people. We all like to talk about how we're spreading this into younger generations, man. Yet when I go to these things, I hardly find young people at them. It sucks. So I'm hoping that's changing now because I bet you it has in the last 6 months. But that was a year ago. And a year ago, we went to this dinner at this Chinese food restaurant, and this Chinese lady who escaped communist China was giving a speech there about what she escaped and how bad it is. And as we're sitting there listening to her speech, and as we were eating, we actually ate dinner in the restaurant, and she ate at one of the tables, and there was a bunch of people in this room packed out, and all the people we were talking to around us were all huge conspiracy theorists. It was ridiculous, man. And this lady, actually this African lady that was there, she was like at our table, and she was just talking about Alex Jones and how she follows OAN, if you know what that is. And I was trying to talk her out of it. I'm like, man, there's good information out there. There's good conservative news out there you can get. And she didn't know what I was talking about. She wanted to follow Alex Jones and believe that frogs, they're putting shit in the water to turn the frogs gay. That's the famous thing about Alex Jones. They put shit in the water to turn the frogs gay. Alex Jones is crazy, man. Breaking news. Police are asking for information regarding the kidnapping and gunpoint robbery of a United States Postal Service driver in Northeast Portland earlier tonight. The driver was confronted by 4 black males who tied him up and stole packages from the truck. They fled in a Honda. Did they leave him? Why is it kidnapping because they tied him up and they left him there? Oh, I wish you could see this post, man. Wow. Should I read the story now? That's probably the whole story. Stole packages from the truck and they fled in a Honda. They just, what the hell? How late was this? What's this postal driver doing out this late? Still picking up ballots? This fucking postal worker's still out there picking up ballots. Over here trying to ensure Biden gets elected. All right, next tweet. Ryan Saavedra tweets, lies, all lies. China is trying to rewrite history. They are responsible for the pandemic. There's a post from the New York Post on here. China suggests Italy may be the birthplace of COVID-19. China's trying to put it on Italy, bro. No, they didn't. He says, anytime you hold someone against their will, it's kidnapping. Okay, so even if they like tied him up real quick and left him there and took off, I don't know who's in the party with this listener number 2, but we just read a story about a United States Postal Service worker in, I believe, Portland, where Antifa's going crazy and Black Lives Matter's rioting out there and stuff right now. Well, the breaking news is police are asking for information regarding the kidnapping and gunpoint robbery of a United States Postal Service driver in Portland earlier tonight. The driver was confronted by 4 black males who tied him up and stole packages from the truck. They fled in a Honda. No word on if they've been apprehended. Let's see what else is in the news, guys. Twitter's amazing for this. Look at the next thing on there. SpaceX. Falcon 9 is vertical on SpaceX's West Coast pad ahead of tomorrow's launch of the Sentinel-6 mission. Weather forecast is 80% favorable for liftoff, everyone. Sounds like that's going to happen. One sad thing about Donald Trump not being the president anymore, which I wanted to touch on with you, Manuel. You were asking me the other night. I didn't see your comments until like the day later when I was looking at the video when I posted it for about a day there. You asked me, so do you think Donald Trump should be president? Which is it's the wrong question. Do I think he should be president? I think whoever had the most votes for them should be president. We never had this problem before. So, I was going to say the saddest thing about him not being the president anymore, if that happens, is this whole Space Force thing, right? Space Force? Are we going to lose Space Force, Joe Biden, guys? I wonder. I wonder if Joe Biden's going to be down with Space Force, or if he's going to put a real professional name on it, the Intergalactic Federation of Force Space, or something. I asked you, do you still want him to be president? Ooh. You too want fairness. I know, man, because if we don't have fairness, no one's going to trust in ever voting again. Like, you just voted for the first time or something? You want to make sure that shit counted. I've never wondered if my vote counted, dude. When Barack Obama got voted in twice, nobody was calling for all this nonsense, thinking anything could have been fraudulent at all. Just crazy. Now we're at this point where for this stuff, for Donald Trump to have not have won, for him to have won, and it not have gone that way, there would have to be the biggest conspiracy, the biggest crime placed against the United States of America in the history of its existence. So for that to have happened, most people on the surface level would say you're freaking crazy if you think they did all that. And I understand. I can really understand that. And you never voted because you thought it was bullshit, and then you do. You know? And then you do vote, and now it feels like if Donald Trump was to go to the Supreme Court and prove that some stuff happened to where they null and void this election, whatever they think that could possibly happen, you will feel robbed. You know? As I see all this information every single day, I feel robbed. But I also feel like Donald Trump has messed all this up. And I think either he's a real F up and nobody likes him, or all these Republicans who refuse to. Dude, do you know how many crazy, successful, top notch Republican lawyers are out there that are not stepping up to the plate to help in this situation? It's kind of nuts because he's got Rudy Giuliani up there pleading this case, just like he did with the Joe Biden laptop. It seems like he turns to Rudy Giuliani for some reason. It's crazy that. Do you not know Rudy Giuliani's uh how people look at him now, Donald? People don't trust Rudy Giuliani anymore. He's not the same superstar he was 15 years ago, which he was. And if you don't know Rudy Giuliani's history, man, I suggest you go look that up, because what he did for New York, man, he saved New York, and now and now the idiots running that state and that city are jacking it all up again. But you're gonna put Rudy Giuliani as the face of the biggest fraud in the history of the United States? Well, Rudy Giuliani was out there pumping the Joe Biden, Hunter Biden laptop stuff, and showing me, telling me he was gonna come out with the craziest, uh, information that you would have ever heard. Well, it kind of came out, but the craziest smoking gun never really came out. And then the election came, and he stopped talking about that, and all of a sudden start talking about voter fraud. Maybe he can only focus on one thing at a time here, but it was really odd how they just stopped talking about that. So maybe they're part of this, like, just pushing conspiracy theory stuff. You know, I'm not going to doubt it. I can't doubt it. Yep, he reminds me of the Penguin now, Rudy Giuliani, dude. I respected him so much after 9/11. He brought that city together like crazy. So I think Trump's fucking up, and it's sad because there's so much that is happening right now that in this in between period, if you're paying attention to stuff and you see all this that's going on, which I don't know how much of it's getting out there, which is why I try to do this stuff, and I try to keep all the stuff in my memory all week of this is what I want to talk about. And it's hard to remember all this stuff and really put it out without going into so many hours of damn explanation. But the stuff that is coming up now with Joe Biden, the signals that are being put out there, I'm wondering if you know about the Great Reset. I don't know if you heard the Canadian president the other day speaking the vile, disgusting language of the Great Reset, which the World Economic Forum proposed is their policy now. The WEF, the World Economic Forum, I believe it's called, came out with the Great Reset policy, and it's the whole world's aim to do it. And you hear people talking about build back better over and over again. I do write shit down. Well, I did for all that time when I was making all those videos. I wrote all that shit down, and I was making notes of everything, remember? And now it just seems like I'm just going to do stuff live, you know what I'm saying? Well, I should still be writing stuff down. But I feel like I've gotten better about it, and I can go off on this shit if I just get the right opportunity. If we had 10, 15 people in here right now at least, like, I'd be able to just go off on a little rant real quick about all this stuff, which I'm going to do. So I'm wondering if you know about the Great Reset and what Justin Trudeau did the other day on his scary looking ass Zoom video, whatever he did. Scary nonsense, bro. The Great Reset, they're trying to use this pandemic to do the deeds that they've been trying to do for all these years. They're just trying to do it all in one swoop, man. They're trying to just put in the craziest socialist system that you can imagine. and trying to use this trying to use this pandemic to do it with. And you keep hearing people say, you keep hearing campaigns of people, leaders and governments using this campaign slogan. Have you heard them say build back better, right? Oh, is that Joe Biden's campaign slogan? Build back better? If you knew the communist ties of the slogan build back better, I think you'd freak out. They always have this motto about we're not going to let a tragedy go to waste. It's scary. World Economic Forum, the Great Reset. I'm going to read directly from the World Economic Forum's website. Understand what the World Economic Forum is. This is an urgent need for global stakeholders to cooperate in simultaneously managing the direct consequences of the COVID-19 crisis. To improve the state of the world, the World Economic Forum is starting the Great Reset Initiative. This shit sounds scary to people on my side, man. The COVID-19 crisis and the political, economic, and social disruptions it has caused is fundamentally changing the traditional context for decision making. The inconsistencies, inadequacies, and contradictions of multiple systems, from health and financial to energy and education, are more exposed than ever amidst a global context of concern for lives, livelihoods, and the planet. Leaders find themselves at a historic crossroads, managing short-term pressures against medium and long-term uncertainties. Okay, this is labeled as the opportunity. As we enter a unique window of opportunity to shape the recovery, this initiative will offer insights to help inform all those determining the future state of global relations, the direction of national economies, the priorities of societies, the nature of business models, and the management of a global commons. Drawing from the vision and vast expertise of the leaders engaged across the forum's communities, the Great Reset Initiative has a set of dimensions to build a new social contract that honors the dignity of every human being. Whew. Okay. I bet you'd have to look at that a little bit closer to understand what that part was all about. What was scary about that? Find out more about the Great Reset. Okay, I'm going to read more. Let me switch back to you, make sure I haven't missed any of your comments. Roll up. Okay. Bro, you need a break from all this mind-boggling. The more you search, the more you will find. I've actually been very conscious about anyways, about about not going down rabbit holes, man. I'm not going down rabbit holes. That's why I'm reading directly from you. You don't know what the World Economic Forum is and why that's scary, do you? Okay, the Great Reset, bruh. I promise you, please go look it up and just go Google, go look on YouTube and put the Great Reset and then put the Blaze right after it. And just look at a video or two about what it is about, okay? So, the point I was bringing up was Joe Biden, the whole Joe Biden thing, right? That dude is putting out these scary messages, man. You ready to go back down on lockdown? Remember how he tried to act like he wasn't going to do that and people are all regretful now that they voted for him because he's saying now he's going to go back on a lockdown? He's going to put us on a national lockdown? You can't even do that, man. Unless you impose national martial law, you cannot impose that on us. It's unconstitutional. Unless you impose martial law. And then you're taking the whole Constitution out the damn business, man. Whew. You do not want that to happen. Well, if Donald Trump is able to somehow retain this presidency, man, we're not fucked. I would love to hear from you. what you would think would be so fucked if Donald Trump remained president that wasn't so fucked before. How is that even possible? It's because our message is starting to penetrate. We're starting to get people to understand. They're starting to see, people are starting to see how fake the left is and how fucked up and what they've been doing to them all this time. And what Planned Parenthood that they've been supporting has been doing to the black community all this time. So people are starting to see it now. Manuel asks, how many friends are you with on Facebook? A lot. If you look at all our friends list, we are all friends with 500 plus people and so on. People just don't care and want to look good on the internet. Right. Right. But if one person comes across my message, which if I could tell you a couple of the damn contacts I've made lately, man, maybe you'd understand it, but like if the right person could come across this message and say, "Damn, I really like the way this dude talks and the way this man can express my beliefs too. I'm going to follow this dude. I'm going to tell everybody I know to fucking post this thing on Twitter real quick." And boom. Now, I don't want the fame. I just want the platform, you know? I don't want the fame. I don't want the money. I want sustainability where I don't have to work a 9 to 5 and I can fucking do what Tim Pool does all day and what these guys do. That's a far way off, you know? But listen, I'm 38 years old. Most of these people have made a way for themselves in that business are like 50 something, and they didn't become known until they're in their 40s. So if I just focus on the long term and continue going that way, man, like over time, I could start to make something out of this. But I'm going to say one last statement about that. There's something I have to say. If Donald Trump goes away, you know, if he's not president anymore, a lot of people are going to stop caring about any of this shit anymore. If Donald Trump isn't president anymore, nobody's going to be caring at all about this stuff. Let alone how much right now with one person in the party up here. We got one person in the party, right? If Donald Trump is out, there goes everybody's entertainment factor. And all these people have made careers out of becoming podcasters and political pundits. A lot of people about to be out of jobs, man. And I'm probably one of them when it comes to this platform, because I swear to God, I'm going to be on here, I hope, just pointing out, listen to me, Donald Trump's not going to be the president. I'm good, okay? It's probably not going to happen unless a miracle occurs. But we can get some clarity, and we could expose what has happened here over time. I don't know if the Supreme Court has the time. I don't know if the lawyers have the time, which proves how fucked up this system is. I should probably save it for another video, man, because I got so much to say about how we don't have any time to check anything. What if you felt like your candidate was robbed and time's running out? And they're about to certify those votes, man, and you can't even, there's all this proof you have, and you got to get it all together, and you don't even have enough time to investigate it all, to get all the evidence together to get to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court is going to be ruling on this shit after the presidency has already changed over, and it's going to be too late. We got to fix this election system. I don't know if a digital way about, if that's the way to go about doing it or not. But I think that we need to make sure that we all feel comfortable in our votes, because what happened this time, it can't happen again, man. You think about the perfect storm, dude. You think how Republicans already feel that the coronavirus was overplayed. Not a fake virus, but overplayed by the news media to scare us all into submission to allow mail-in voting, because they had the mail-in voting thing I was telling you about months ago was going to be a disgrace. No one's listening. No one's listening. I told them months ago, this would be a disgrace in video number 3 or 4, that mail-in voting and what the difference of it and absentee voting was, and how it was going to destroy our confidence in the voting system. I put it out there. It's been known. The Republicans tried to fight it ahead of time before it all happened, but these fucking judges put it in place. Not going through legislatures, right? Legislature's supposed to make laws. Judges made it okay to do mass mail-in voting to random people that nobody knows. That's what's thrown this election. They set it up ahead of time. Any recounts is not going to help any at all. What the hell good is a recount going to do? You're just counting the same votes that were fraudulently put in there for the one person. So I don't know what a recount's supposed to prove. So do I don't think I don't do I want Donald Trump to be president? Of course I want Donald Trump to be president rather than Joe Biden still, man. Even if it takes riots in the streets, even if it takes fighting motherfuckers on the streets, man. I don't want to give up this power to the socialist Democrats of America. I don't want to do it. Joe Biden just stumbling all over himself again today. He's not going to be able to last very long. I saw his ass doing another interview. He's mad at this person for asking him any kind of a simple question. If you question anything, you are a piece of crap, and he's going to fucking shun you, and the media is going to too. You're about to see the scariest period of American history begin, and you thought it was going to be with Donald Trump. That's the craziest shit, right? Shit didn't get scary with Donald Trump. Okay, the coronavirus happened, and maybe people might think that got a little scary, but people are making it that way because they have to paint a picture. They have to post this narrative, man. They got to get it out there. They got to make you feel a certain way. Donald Trump's a bumbling, fumbling, crazy person, right? He's going to be war bound. He's going to have us in a nuclear war within a year. He's the most anti-war president we've had in years, dude. Damn. There's a Republican Democratic partnership that's happened through all these wars, through all these years, and I supported the wars, and the left hated them supposedly. As soon as the left got power, they supported the wars, and then Donald Trump came around as a third party, said, I don't have any ties to any of these people, I'm not going to support any of these wars, and I'm going to tell all of you, fuck you, I'm not going to war, I'm getting our troops out of here, we're getting out of Syria, nothing's catastrophic's going to happen, and we're going to get out of there. And they did. And nothing bad happened. And the deep state that they keep calling it is real, man. The deep state is pissed off. The Republicans, the Democrats are pissed off at Donald Trump because he won't keep the military wing rolling. And you should be so supportive of that, man. I know you are. You just don't want to, you can't admit it. You don't understand that Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton are the party of the war party now. They're the war hawks because they have all these overthrow the government things going on around the world so they can implement socialism and communism around the world. Let me show you how many times they've taken down governments. Let me show you how the voting system in Venezuela has now been brought to America with Dominion. Jesus Christ, I need to record this shit. I'm about to go off right now. The Dominion software has thrown this whole election off. We're about to get the proof, hopefully, but it's got to come in time. Dominion software started in Venezuela, and we're using it here for some reason. It's built into their manual, into their manual book. Not you manual, but the book, the manual. It's wrote in the book of the deficiencies that the program has that we use to vote with. Let me turn my mic down. That's probably too loud. It's written in the manual that these are the problems and the ways that this can be hacked. And all these Dominion company people are completely deleting all of their social lives. Ooh, you don't know about any of this shit, bruh. It's not conspiracies on Alex Jones, man. Hopefully some of you guys can follow what I'm saying here and give me a chance to really explain into detail the last part of this video, what I've been talking about here when it comes. Good night.